Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'll start this in a moment. Don't leave, cause if you leave, you're gonna miss out. Not just miss out, but this is very, very fun and exciting. We are here. Back and better than ever. Bum bum boom. What up? Boom. What up? Boom. Boom. Ba da 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 boom. Golden hour. Isn't that a lovely track? Let's get straight to it. To the reactions. And so 4.
So you decided to play
or
football? Yes, sir.
1.
Everybody kept pressuring me.
Depending on where we live.
Play games in that? What? This? Yeah. It looks like a college stadium. Yeah. That's actually where we have our games. Let me show you around the rest. Okay. So this right here is the Allen, Texas weight room. What do you think? I think this is insane. Like, how do you guys pay for all of...
We tax the town.
Whoa! What? Those guys are huge over there. Over where? Okay, I see you in the post team. Go on, but that's like, wait, lick that shit, bro. Come on, let's go. Right there. That guy looks like Adrian Peterson. Are they NFL players? Oh. No, those guys, they're on the team. The team? Yeah, they're on my team. What? Big boys, ain't they? What in the... What, were they held back like 3 times or something? Actually, they were pushed forward. What? Push forward? What do you mean? They technically should be in middle school. What? Yeah, Quantavion's 14, and the protein, he's 13. So those guys are younger than me? Oh, but yeah. Why would their parents make them skip grades if they're already ahead? Because this is Texas, buddy. Our kids are born ready. That's why we move them up grades. That's everywhere else where they want to hold them back so they can fit in. Let me show you the rest. What do they eat out here? So this right here is the recovery room. If you end up being a starter or a second stringer, you're required to be in here every day after practice. Okay, and what if I don't start? Then I don't want you in here. Why?
Damn.
Because your legs won't need to recover from standing on the sideline. Let's keep it pushing. I guess that makes sense. So down the hall to the left is the study hall room, but we don't actually use it, so we're gonna keep going right. Why don't y'all use it, sir? What's that? The study hall room. How come y'all don't use it? Because, son, if you play football for me, yeah, your teachers already know to pass you. Oh. So there's no need for study hall. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So then why is there room for it then? For when people come by to tour the facility. Wouldn't want them thinking we don't focus on grades here. But it seems like y'all don't. Watch your mouth. Okay, all these football ticket sales we generate pays for these kids' education.
Oh. Makes sense. Oh my flipping gosh. That is just insane. It could not get crazier. It could not get crazier.
Take what you do.
Like every time I hear something lazy from you, I'll just be like, I'm just gonna be like I'm gonna just rock it.
Omega. Omega is bad.
I mean, where the chairs at?
Omega is trash. Omega is
And why did you break?
trash.
Both of the chairs.
Trash.
There's only one left?
No, there's 2 chairs, but he broke 2.
No, we did have 4.
They both like the.
How do you break 2 chairs?
Like,
Why are
the back
these
piece is
fake
broken.
phony
So who did this then?
YouTubers / streamers
It
trying
wasn't
to
you?
get caught from speed by
Alright.
commenting in the chat? What a loser they are.
Who was it then?
Yeah, it's crazy how, you know,
I'm gonna be a king of the parrot one day. Hello, hello, hello.
This must be mine. Is this stream or like something like it's kind of it's not really doing its job.
Do you think about me now?
Where are these fleas coming from? My gosh. I just killed one and there's another one. Damn! This thing isn't even loading, so we're gonna just keep it moving. I just don't even know where I went. It just flew, gone. Where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? Oh, okay, we got 6 minutes. We got 6 minutes of reacting. Ed Sheeran? Actually, no, because I don't know what type of frequency he pushes. Probably some sad, dubby music. Clips that made him famous. Okay, let's see who actually made him the second biggest streamer in the world. Okay, let's see.
From 1 to 10, like like from 1 to 10. Like,
Oh, the stupid rap thing.
I'm a girl. I'm gonna say all girls are cute. Like that's not even like accurate.
oh, her?
My.
Yep. Oh, just aside, you dirty. I'm gonna say shout out to Mari, man, rat. See that, you dirty mother. Why you got rats living in your crib? Hi, rat. See that?
This dude's already popular. Yeah, he already has 2 plaques. And he has a big chat. He already has all this clown stuff. Before, I guess this is what like launched him up to second place. But like he already had clout. I'm just saying, he already had fame and he already had this. Anyways.
You wanted a pet? You got dogs, you got a rat. You got rats living in your crib. Like, rats just don't go in anybody's crib. You gotta be in, like, a dirty environment or something. You got cheese. You leaving cheese out there for the month? What's up? Why is there rats in your crib, Kyle? Talk to me. Talk to me.
I don't know, bro.
Damn.
Yo,
What the
are you streaming tonight?
No, not tonight. What the f you got on your head?
What you mean?
What do you got on your head?
It's a long story, bro.
God, your lumpy.
Chill. I gotta wear like hats and for a minute.
I knew your head looked like that though. You know why?
What?
You got the body of a midget.
Bro.
You know, midgets got big heads. My fault. Damn! Oh my god!
Like, and it's red too.
Oh, you like that?
It wasn't what? 5 minutes to do that. 2 minutes, he just got you in trouble. He just got you in trouble. Is that a W, man?
That's Elman.
It's an L, man. Get in the pool.
Yo, they said y'all going.
Your rage over there. Heck no, bro. They're done. They're cooked. Bro, stop the ride.
This when I come in, I go to the club. Hey, you got my money? Where my money at? If somebody owe me, have that front line. You don't want this to go left. You feel what I'm saying?
IMP.
You feel what I'm saying? But
You did choose. That's what I'm saying.
I did choose.
I missed something.
That's another way of income, and I would support you all the way.
Bro, what am I look? Oh, I remember these streams. Yeah, I remember these streams where he like did those zooms and whatever.
Laid out. Bring the boy inside. Okay.
KSI, oh my gosh, I miss KSI. That's it. Watching that content. Oh man, some good times. Watching KSI. Damn.
Got these two. But other than that,
Watch too many horror movies.
Yo, chat. Yo, drop some 21s in the chat, y'all. Drake in the motherfucking building, y'all. Drake in the building, y'all. Yes, sir. School Monday. We're not going nowhere. Yes.
Filthy animal man.
I'm not gonna lie, most of these clips are just. That's all I gotta say. The original plans for Black Panther. Okay, cool. I'm not looking at that. I would watch this, but copyright stuff, so. Oh, okay, it's time. Okay, let's go to some chess. You know, yeah, if you have I forgot his name. Yeah, I think it's Magnus. Yeah, I got Magnus going crazy, so I'm gonna go crazy too. I'm going to guess that. I'm going to guess the bot so I could practice. Of course, we are people next. Game history. Don't look at the game history. Don't look at it. It is not something you want to see. You know exactly what you want to see. Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Shut up. Give me the hardest one. I'm gonna beat her real quick. and do what I gotta do. Different strategy, you know what I'm saying? Ah, she's slow. I'll take out my horse. Let's see what does he want to do. I'll take out my horse. Why would he put a piece there? I didn't understand. Like, how do you plan that far ahead? That's what I'm trying to understand about chess. I need practice, honestly. Actually, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna do that another time. Cause that's kind of, jeez, like that's not easy. Like Mike. Man, I just love Chadwick Boseman's voice as Black Panther. Like his voice as Black Panther is just something special. Like when I heard, bro. I did not just see Wesley Snipes as. No way. What the heck? Yo. That is OD. What do we do next? I have no idea. Got an idea. Let's go and play some cool mouth games. I'm not too interested in Assassin's Creed right now, or because I don't want to fall asleep while playing the game. Like I think I've played almost every type of game. Not every type of game, but almost every type. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's join the party. Let's join the party. Let's join the party. I don't know the game code. Let's find a match. Okay, win. So I guess we'll play some. I can't see anything. We took a wild guess. What? These guys, these guys don't got a clue where that place is. I got it. Okay, that was cool. Okay, that was good. Now sit back in, get my points up, and win. And sit. Whoa! I didn't know it was there. Did not know. This has to be America. Yes, bro. Okay, I was a lot closer. That's good. Wait, what? There we go. Last thing. I didn't. Yes, I did. So I won rank 1 out of 10. I got 1 million points. That's good. There we go. Failure is not just, it's not failure, it's not losing, it's just data, it's just a lesson. Dare to get better and better and better and better. Building yourself to become unstoppable. An unstoppable force. 100 horse challenge. That's gonna take a while if I do that. What's the mini car ball? Let's do that mini car ball. Let's play mini car ball. Ball. Let's play mini car ball.
Three, two, one,
go. What's up? What you trying to do? What you trying to do? What you trying to do? Thanks. That's a goal for me.
Three, two, one,
Go. Thanks. That's two. That's two. That's two.
Three, two, one, go.
Now I'm about to get three. Yeah, time to get another goal. Oh my gosh, the turnaround goal. That's a crazy goal. The tap goal is insane. That's why you always believe in yourself. Zero doubt. Not a drop of doubts, not a drop of negativity. Because you never know how you're going to win or how the outcome's going to be. You just know it's going to be epic. Because believe it or not, it's not going to happen how you really think it's going to happen. Okay. Let's go. Yeah.
Two,
I gotta make a rap song out of that.
go.
I'm defeated. You can't defeat me. 4-0. What are we talking about? Here's a free goal though.
Three, two, one, go.
4-0, 4-0. Actually, no, it's 5-0, 5-0. Let's go. Yeah, I'm just taking nothing but dubs. I got rank 1 and a GeoGuessr. I got 4-0, 5-0. Thank you for following SRT Marcus Ingram. Thanks for the follow. Let's go. Got the little notification. The ding, 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 ding. Alright, what else do we got? Trace, can you skip through? No escape room stuff. I need something fun. What's a fun game that I could just play? Ah, man, I need something fun. Oh, the world's hardest game? Bet. We're gonna play the hardest game in existence. This game's where you're gonna shake the foundation of what you can really do and accomplish in a video game. We're gonna get started right here. Games for kids. We're all this game for. Here, let's do this. Ads. I definitely gotta zoom in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We are sponsored ad. If you're on Twitch or Kick, you can tip with a click with the Cash App. Yeah, there we go. Got the music. Oh, what? Okay, I gotta be patient. I gotta take my time. And just go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go. Get me there. Let's go. Okay. Hey, the world's easiest game. That's how I'm feeling. What? Oh, right, I forgot. Gaps. Okay. I got it. Okay. Go. Dang it. Bro, I got it. What? No way. Wrong way. Okay, there we go. Are you kidding me? All that to just That's the wrong place. You gotta be kidding me. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, it's been a little minute. Oh, this came out yesterday. Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, 2018. I thought it came out yesterday. That's what I was about to say. World's hardest game. What a legendary game. What a legendary game. I'm not trying to play this. I want to react a little bit more, actually. Not this thing, not this CNN 10. Do you guys know what the CNN 10 is? This crappy, this is a bunch of BS.
What if you can create your own website by saying this?
If you could get out of my face and give me some money, so I could do the things that I actually want to do. How they changed the intro music.
What's up, sunshine? Rise up. I'm Coy Wire. Welcome to another edition of CNN 10, where I simply tell you the what, letting you decide what to think. I'm ready. You ready? Let's go. We begin with a creative new approach to preserving indigenous languages. While the two primary languages spoken in the U.S. are English and Spanish, there are still several native communities that use the original lexicon spoken by the first people who
News out of here. Finally, something interesting. Finally, something actually fun to watch. Oh man, this has me hooked, instantly hooked. Get Steam out of my face, give me a sponsor. Get Steam out of my face, give me a sponsor.
Ever wonder what Ash's best Pokemon are?
Yeah.
Or maybe if you already know his strongest ones, what his worst Pokemon are. Because, let's face it, Ash doesn't really have any bad Pokemon. While some may have been difficult to watch at times or having really low win rates, that doesn't necessarily make them bad. They might not be good, but I wouldn't call any of Ash's Pokemon terrible, as all of them have decent victories under their belts. A lot of the Pokemon that I previously thought sucked before researching for this video actually turned out to be pretty impressive due to them having fought tougher opponents. For example, I always hated on Torkoal, I still do, but even though he has one of the worst win rates out of all of Ash's other Pokemon, Torkoal did manage to deal a fair amount of damage to a legendary Pokemon, Registeel. So as much as it pains me to say it, I do have to give this annoying crybaby turtle my appreciation, but not really though, because he was still trash. Anyway, let's begin with what I think is Ash's worst Pokemon. And funny enough, it's the first ever Pokemon Ash captured, Butterfree. Reason being, Butterfree didn't really have any impressive victories. Plus, its only real damaging moves are Whirlwind and Tackle, and Whirlwind isn't even a damaging move. It did win against a decently strong Raticate, which is why I can't say any of these mons are necessarily garbage, since I do believe they all possess at least one redeemable thing about them.
Okay.
One Pokemon that doesn't really have anything going for it, but still managing to beat Butterfree is Ash's Muck. While in my heart, I do think Muck could have actually been pretty strong. We only saw it in a few battles, and Muck's only win is against a pea shooter that he just kind of fell on until it stopped breathing, which isn't actually a move but a gimmick that could be useful, but Ash never used Muck, so we don't know if he's good, which is why I can't really place him any higher. Yet I do think he is stronger than Butterfree, since that thing can only really put you to sleep. Totodile is a Pokemon that I think is fair to say, although it's cute being a Totodile, definitely should have evolved. Most of its battles Totodile won were against some pretty mediocre opponents, other than Harrison Sneasel and I guess that random Charizard. Scraggy is another Pokemon that I could see doing great in battles with more time, yet this Pokemon came from an egg. And unless you're Riolu or a fan favorite Pokemon, you're not going to get much growth in one series. It also doesn't help that it never evolved. Pidgeot, who returned right after Ash left the show, was pretty cool to see, but looking at its career, well, it didn't really have one. Yeah, it lost more times than it won, and looking at its only victories, it beat a Rattata and a Rhydon, which is actually a solid W. The reason Pidgeot is not lower is because it's now a Pidgeot, and one can only assume that this thing got some sort of buff since we last saw it, because when a Pokemon evolves, it usually means it gets stronger. Unless you're Torterra. Beating out Pidgeot by one spot is Unfezant, which I feel like Zach definitely overhated this Pokemon because after rewatching
Zach,
I
know
don't
Zach.
think it was that bad. It beat two of Silas' Pokemon, who is a gym leader, and that alone I think is pretty impressive. Its losses are just, you know, the usual, nothing super disappointing.
Cartoon
I just
Network.
think the hate is low-key unjustified, unless you just dislike Unfezant's design or something. A Pokemon who you can't hate is Oshawott. I love Oshawott in black and white, even if he's pretty mediocre, since he lost most battles and lost against a Pansear.
Wait,
which was
has he evolved?
Embarrassing even for Oshawott. He did did defeat Silent's Pansage and Stefan's Leopard, so he's well equipped to handle type disadvantages, just not when he has the advantage. Maybe an evolution or two could fix Ashi's strength. I mean, Samurott could have been insane. Next is Ash's Apom, or Dawn's Ambipom. But yeah, since Ash used Apom when it was an Apom, I'm just gonna call it Apom. Ash's Apom didn't see a whole lot of big battles as it liked other hobbies, which is why he went to Dawn and then eventually Ping Pong. But when it did battle, it did pretty good, sporting an impressive 75% win rate. However, even with such a high win rate, its wins aren't anything to brag about. Most of them come from earlier on in the series, although at that stage, it was pretty good. Palpitoad, even though it has the best stats out of any of Ash's other mons, just statistically speaking, did alright in the actual show. Its victories and losses are nothing out of the ordinary, but it did defeat Gym Leader Elise's Zebstrika and a Stoutland, which is why he's slightly better than Apom in my opinion. Do you guys remember Ash's Primate? Well, if you never watched the original series, then you might not know about Primate. Anyway, he's here, and I always thought Primate was pretty strong from winning the boxing tournament and seeing it rage at Team Rocket, which then led me to believe as a kid this guy was going to be a powerhouse for Ash's team. Until I saw Ash give Primate away to some trainer who wants to do more boxing tournaments, and then there goes all that wasted potential. RIP Primate. Next is Lapras. Now, some might consider this a bit bold, putting a Pokemon that only had one battle with Ash above these other Pokemon that had a lot more experience. However, even though Lapras only battled once and didn't win, it did tie to Drake's Gengar, meaning that Lapras has quite a bit of power, yet we don't get to see how great that power is as Ash releases this Pokemon at the end of the Orange Island arc. Torkoal, probably my least favorite Ash Pokemon because of how whiny and annoying that thing was, plus it didn't really help that it literally lost every battle it had. But as I stated earlier, the reason this isn't Ash's worst Pokemon is because it went head to head with Registeel and looked like it almost could have won the battle. So that in and of itself is something to admire even from a Pokemon like Torkoal. Boldore is next. He's a pretty solid mon all around. I don't have anything bad or great to say about Boldore, although I do think if it wasn't on Ash's Unova team, it may have actually fully evolved, as Ash had the most amount of Pokemon in Unova, and not all of them got a lot of time to gain experience. All these Pokemon, by the way, are like your most average Pokemon in terms of battling performance, and Noctowl fits that description perfectly. It's just a decent Pokemon. It took down a Haunter and Gengar in one battle, while also helping out in the Sinnoh League, yet it didn't do anything crazy. It really was just a cool shiny Pokemon for Ash to have. Snivy, my favorite starter, probably very likely due to Ash's precious Snivy, who I wish evolved, but yeah, Snivy has a decent 50% win rate with 12 battles under her belt, and nothing too special. It did defeat Trip Servine, but couldn't pull a Rowlet and defeat its superior self, pun intended. And Ash, please evolve your Pokemon, thanks. Quilava. Oh look, it's another Pokemon Ash didn't evolve. Although maybe it's a good thing it never fully evolved. Anyway, as a Cyndaquil, it did defeat a Skarmory, a Steelix, and even a Water-type Dugong. So those are some pretty notable wins there. Cyndaquil did randomly evolve when Ash brought it back for the Sinnoh League, in which he tied with one of Nano's Pokemon, so that shows you a bit clearer of where Quilava is at in terms of strength. Bayleaf underrated as butt, taking down a Houndoom as a grass type, keeping a 59% win record with 11 total battles, and all around being a great mon. Other than it trying to get weird with Ash, that was just weird. We did not need to see that Pokemon. Leavanny, one of Ash's most underappreciated mons, unless you watch Black and White, and then you would know Leavanny won more times than it lost with the 57% win rate. Leavanny, like most of these average mons, didn't have any outstanding W's, but its losses were all pretty close. Plus, it's a third stage Pokemon, making it already greater than a good chunk of Ash's other non-evolved guys. Buizel, the most overrated Ashmon in my opinion, yet it is good, as it took down a Lucario, or well, tied to a Lucario, beat a Gengar and a Floatzel, but then you look at how many L's this man took, and you got a whole baseball team. Next up, Kingler, my boy, absolute Chad, carrying him in his first ever league, defeating this poor girl's whole team after evolving, plus it has a 71% win rate. The only reason he's not higher is, well, he lost to Misty Psyduck. Can you guys guess this next Pokemon?
No.
I'll give you a hint. It's an Ash Pokemon that should have evolved. Alright, you got it? Did you guess Gibble? If you did, you're correct, because this guy could have made Ash's Sinnoh team unstoppable. But instead, we got a little baby Dragon Shark who has a crazy Draco Meteor and did great in battle despite it being a first stage and having little experience. It even landed a hit on Tobias's Darkrai. A Pokemon we all want to see here is Gliscor. even with a terrible win record, it still makes a great impression on us when we see it used in the Sinnoh League, finishing off Paul's Drapion, who was one of Paul's strongest mons outside Electivire, and for that, he deserves his place. Another of Ash's Sinnoh Pokemon, Staraptor, is here, beating out Gliscor by 1 spot as it had a more well-rounded battling career with a 55% win rate and KOing a few of Paul's Pokemon. However, this definitely is not Ash's strongest bird. Who's a fan of Donphan? I am, although it only won 3 times in total and 1 was after devolved. Donphan was able to take down a Frontier Brains Pokemon, that being Lucy's Viper. Here we got a cool turtle, Squirtle. And what do you know? He's a pretty darn impressive battler. With a positive win rate and taking out an Electabuzz as a water type, mind you, even one of Brandon's Pokemon Ninjask, which imagine if he evolved into Blastoise. I like Squirtle, so I'm not gonna complain. This is a weird Pokemon. It's gonna be Ash's Mr. Mime, a Pokemon who we saw Ash use in Pokemon Journeys, out of all series, where we see Mr. Mime seamlessly beat a Hariyama without even breaking a sweat, then forfeits the next battle right after for some reason. So I'm not really sure where to rank Mr. Mime, because obviously it's strong, else it would be lower, but how strong? I have not a clue. So I think this is a good spot for the Mime. Next up is Glalie. This guy I was not expecting to only have 1 loss with 6 total battles, but 2 of them were ties. However, Glalie is still really strong, managing to take down a Charizard despite the type weakness. Now we have Pignite, a Pokemon a lot of you guys probably weren't expecting to be this far up the list. He was low-key the ace of Ash's Unova squad if you don't include Crocodile. Yet the one thing that got this Pokemon to where it's at right now is the fact it one-shot an Emboar and a Heatmor at the same time alone in a double battle, with a fire type move. So yes, Pignite deserves a spot. Noivern. What? Noivern? This Pokemon should be way higher. Had it not been for it sucking in the Kalos League, that is, and the lack of battling experience Noivern got because it was an egg Ash received late into the XY series. I think Noivern is kind of a wild card here. I don't really have anything to judge it off by since its only win is against Sawyer's Doublade, so I'm just gonna assume that Noivern is actually really deserving of this placement because it's a Noivern, a decently strong dragon type. Now, I'm sure by now, unless you haven't seen Diamond and Pearl, you know how bad Torterra gets after it evolves, literally not winning a single official battle. But looking at its losses it receives after evolving, it did have to face some pretty tough opponents. Most being Pokemon Torterra is weak against, and his opponents being strong like Paul and Palmer. However, that being said, I would say his downside is not being able to take down those strong trainers Pokemon. Heracross, I'd say, is the better version of Leavanny, even with a lower win rate of 43%, yet its opponents were way tougher. It KO'd a Scizor, Gary's Magmar, Nando's Kricketune, and Heracross even faced Tobias's Darkrai, landing a hit or 2 before being pulverized into the 8th dimension. Time for Tauros, the leader of Ash's 29 other Tauros, who he caught in that Banned American episode with Guys with Guns. It's only strong for Tauros being able to beat Drake's Venusaur and tying with Frontier Brain Annabelle's pseudo-legendary Metagross. As for its losses, it only really lost to strong trainers like Drake, Gary, and Annabelle. One Pokemon that I thought absolutely sucked was Corphish, but turns out that I was wrong on this one. Because, you see, Torfish, while it looks trash, had over 28 battles in the anime and kept a solid 60% win rate. That's very impressive and all, but 2 of its victories is Corphish taking down Frontier Brain Pokemon, that being Tucker's Arcanine and Annabelle's Alakazam, which are very strong mons, making Corphish a worthy opponent. Now we have the second greatest Pokemon of all time, but for the sake of this video, he has to be nerfed to give respects to Ash's other hardworking Pokemon, and that is Big Strong Lord Rowlet himself.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is so OP. We don't need to aim.
1% of his power, it defeated 2 dragons at the same time, its fully evolved self Decidueye, and Kukui's Braviary, who on paper should have destroyed Rowlet. But nope, he's Lord Rowlet for a reason. Next is Ash's best first stage Pokemon, Bulbasaur, believe it or not. While not having any super noteworthy battles, it did sport a whopping 71% win rate with over 30 fights, hands down Ash's best first stage mon. Talonflame, the best bird. Not really, because Ash's Talonflame had 0 personality, but it's a cool design, and Talonflame Talonflame's career was decent as it went head to head with Moltres, delivering some mighty blows before being taken out. And unlike another Flying Dragon type on Ash's XY team, it actually did good in the Colossus League, tying with Alon's Unpheasant and beating Sawyer Slacking. Right alongside Talonflame, we have the final bird of XY, Halucha, who in my opinion had way better defeats. Halucha took down Wolfric's Abomasnow and a Mega Absol. He was even strong enough to break free from a Trick Room with X-Scissor. Somehow. Naganadel has finally arrived, and even if it only battled twice against Professor Kukui in the Alola League, we did see it defeat Kukui's Lucario and then losing to a Tapu Koko, which, I mean, fair enough, that's a legendary Pokemon right there. So, although that's not a lot to judge it off by, we do know it's strong. And come on guys, it's an Ultra Beast, the title is in the name. Goji time, baby! Yes, I did just put him above Naganadel, but for good reason. You see, Goodra's true power shows in the battle against Clement's Luxray, which was a great battle, as well as before, where he KO'd Tierno's Wartortle and Raichu at the exact same time. Then in the Colossus League, you're probably thinking, oh, Goodra couldn't even win. Well, he did tie against Sawyer's Surpluff and lost to Alon's Bisharp, but not without setting up Rain Dance that led Greninja to finish the job. At the end of the day, hate all you want, but he is a pseudo-legendary that's bulky and very strong. We arrive on Ash's best bird, this stupidly broken Swallow, but you might ask, why is it broken? Well, let's look at his battles. It KO'd one of its kind, picked up and threw a Donphan to its death, murked a Venusaur, smacked a Swampert, torpedoed a Wishcast, popped a Scizor, and of course we can't forget about how it absorbed Pikachu's reflected Thunderbolt, creating what is known as Thunder Armor, a gimmick exclusive only to the anime, and yeah, it's pretty broken. Next up, we have Ash's one and only mythical Pokemon, Melmetal. I will admit, if it weren't for Melmetal being a Melmetal, I would not have ranked it so high. Despite that, when Ash used him, he did pretty good. As a Meltan, it was able to KO a Duraludon and Zweilous at the same time, with the help of Rowlet of course. Then later, it took down Falba's Hypno and Kukui's Empoleon during the Alola League. Its losses you can't even complain about, as it lost to Gladion Savalli and Kukui's Incineroar. Speaking about Incineroars, Ash's Incineroar is next, although it never battled as one, sadly, which, if anything, makes his Pokemon even stronger for what it was able to accomplish. As a Litten, it defeated a Totem Pokemon Morantis, which, if you don't know, Totem Pokemon are more powerful than your average one, a Magmortar, Guzma's Scizor, then lastly Kukui's Venusaur, and Incineroar. Yeah, no doubt this man is strong. Bro did all that as a Torracat. We're just outside the top 10 best Pokemon Ash has, and coming in at 13th place, we have Lycanroc, who I think just barely beats Incineroar. I mean, it was the ace of Ash's Alolan squad. It has an exclusive Dusk form, plus its Hyper mode that is kinda like Infernape's Blaze ability rather than Ash Greninja. We also can't forget it clutched up and won Ash's first ever league against Gladion's Lycanroc. If you want to put Incineroar above Lycanroc, that's honestly fair. I just think he's better and has won a more crucial battle. But you could make the argument that Kukui's Incineroar is a more powerful opponent than Gladion's Lycanroc, so your pick. Both are about equally as good, I would say. Beating out Lycanroc is the more well-rounded Earth Pokemon, that being Crocodile, the ace of Ash's Unova team. Crocodile only battled 5 times, but only lost 1 battle, back when it was a Crocorock. Battle it won were against Pokemon like Beartic, Iris's Dragonite, Stefan's Lightbird, and Sock, so we can see that its wins aren't against trash Pokemon. I bet if Ash brought Crocodile in for the battle against Cameron, then he wouldn't have lost, but Ash caught so many Pokemon in Unova, he was constantly rotating them in and out, which really sucked for this reason. At the 11th spot is Dracovish from Journeys, and if you couldn't already tell, yes, all of his Journeys mons are in the top 10, besides Dracovish, because I think he was the weakest of the bunch. The reason Dracovish and Ash's Journey squad is higher up on the list than Pokemon like Crocodile and Lycanroc is simply because they got to the Masters 8, which revolved around Ash having to face the best trainers in the world. And since he ended up winning the whole Coronation series, becoming the strongest trainer with these guys, it only makes sense that they beat out most of Ash's other Pokemon. Also, some of these battles his Journeys Pokemon won are ridiculous. Starting with Dracovish, killing Iris's Dragonite, Clement's Diggersby, Elite Four member Drosnia's Noivern, Cynthia's Roserade, and finally Leon's Rillaboom. The only reason Dracovish is the worst Journeys mon in my opinion is because Ash's other teammates beat even more powerful Pokemon. Now we're finally in the top 10 with again a mon from the Kill Squad, and it's Dragonite. Now, if he hadn't sold in the Masters 8, he probably would be the best one, only beaten by Ash's stupidly broken fan service Lucario. Dragonite defeated Karina's Minchow and Mega Lucario back to back, while being dealt lots of damage by both, defeating Iris's ace Pokemon Haxorus while also being dealt damage by her Dragonite just before. Then Dragonite's only other victory comes from Leon's Dragapult. So while he didn't do so hot in the league, the wins Dragonite managed to pick up before make up for his drought in the league. Sirfetch'd is now up, and he was a lot better than I remember. Wow. Rose one-shot Clement's Luxray, which, if you remember, Ash's Gruder had a challenging time facing it in XY. He tied with Elite Four member Drosnia's Mega Altaria, blew up Cynthia's Milotic, even landed a few hits onto her Garchomp, and then battled two of Leon's Pokemon, dealing significant damage to both, yet not being able to secure any knockouts. Sirfetch'd was low-key cracked. In 8th place is Ash's strongest Journey's Pokemon, other than Lucario and Pikachu, and that is Gengar. Right off the bat, Gengar doesn't really have any astounding wins like Sirfetch'd taking out Mega Altaria or Dragonite taking out Iris's Haxorus. It's really just better because it has access to Dynamaxing, but don't let that take away anything from Gengar's accomplishments. Gengar beat Marnie's Grimmsnarl, Steven's Aggron, Leon's Inteleon, Raihan's Flygon, as well as tying with Raihan's Gudra. Most of this is done with the help of Dynamax, and the fact his other Journey's teammates can't do this automatically gives Gengar the edge. Now we have a Pokemon some of you have been waiting the whole video for me to talk about this guy, and that is Ash's illegal Snorlax. Now, if Arceus didn't nerf this guy in the later patch notes, he would hands down be Ash's strongest Pokemon. But that was just a one-time thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm referring to when Ash commanded Snorlax to use 6 moves instead of the traditional 4. So why is Snorlax this high up without having fought any legendaries? Well, it's because of Snorlax's busted win rate. Just check this out. Snorlax coming in with a whopping 79% win rate with 13 official battles and only 3 losses. Then you could say, oh well, Snorlax didn't face any difficult matches like Sirfetch'd, Dragonite, and Dracovish. Wrong. It beat Gary's Arcanine and Nidoqueen, Harrison's Hypno and Steelix, Frontier Brain, Greta's Hariyama, and Metachamp. Did you notice a pattern? All of Snorlax's victories I just mentioned are against trainers who have 2 Pokemon, because Snorlax doesn't just take down 1, but 2 before going down. That's how huge the gap is between him and Ash's other Monzas. So who then can beat Snorlax? Well, what about my man Infernape?
Okay.
Win record, it's slightly lower with a 73% win record, which is still amazing with 17 wins, 6 losses, and a tie. However, Infernape is unique, as it hasn't really beat any hard opponents other than Paul's teammates in the Sinnoh League. Yet Infernape did defeat Volkner's Jolteon and Ace Luxray, at least in Diamond and Pearl it was his ace. And Volkner, we know, is basically Elite 4 level in strength, so that and 3 of Paul's Pokemon in the Sinnoh League are some of his best feats as an Infernape. He did battle Moltres in Journeys, landing a few good blows, but wasn't able to defeat Moltres, which, I mean, is understandable. It's a fire type versus a fire type. That's gonna be hard regardless if it's legendary or not. I should also add, Ash's Infernape is no ordinary Infernape due to a seemingly extra strong Blaze ability compared to your average Blaze user, which is why when Blaze does activate, it usually ends in Infernape winning the match. Next is Sceptile, the best Pokemon with the worst win rate, sitting at a flopping 55% with total 30 battles. And no, most of his losses didn't happen after it evolved, it was before when it was a Trico and Grovyle. But the cool thing is about Sceptile is once it evolved, it became almost unstoppable. Taking out Frontier Brain's Spencer Shiftry and Claydol, battling with the Deoxys head-on, then beating Tobias's undefeated Darkrai, who at the point of Ash sending out Sceptile, Darkrai had already recovered most of its health back, even though it already battled 2 of Ash's other Pokemon due to it using Dream Mirror, which restores 50% health of the damage it dealt. So if you want to argue in the comments about whether or not Sceptile should be ahead of these other Pokemon, be my guest. But I'm telling you now, I don't think Infernape or Snorlax can pull this kind of stuff, hence the placement. Number 4, it's the Journey's ace, Lucario, the most forceful Pokemon gave Ash. Other than, I guess, Pikachu. Like, Pokemon loves this guy. I mean, it's one of the most popular ones, so I get the reasoning, but I didn't
the most popular?
really love the over-the-top
guess
screen time given
nowadays.
to Lucario compared to the rest of Ash's team, but that doesn't change the fact that this is now one of Ash's strongest Pokemon. Lucario sports a solid 70% win rate with 13 battles, 5
Smash
losses,
Bros,
and 2
so
ties. That all
makes
sounds
sense.
great, yet that's not what makes Lucario number 4. It's who and what he defeated. Check this out, and here at this feats sound crazy. Lucario destroyed B's ace Dynamax Machamp, Volcanor's Rotom, Raihan's Dynamax Duraludon, Paul's Gyarados, Cynthia's Dynamax Togekiss, and then her Garchomp, and got a lick in on one of Leon's Pokemon Mr. Rhyme. To be fair, Lucario did most, if not all this with the help of Mega Evolution, but I mean, look at those names. From gym leaders to rivals to champions, we got them all. And the most impressive feat by far is Cynthia's Garchomp, who, if you think about, is stronger than Tobias' legendary team, as she's still the Sinnoh champion. Okay, so what's number 3? Come on, how can any Pokemon be stronger than Ash's Lucario? So next is Charizard, the man, the myth, the legend. Charizard has done it all. Has a 72% win rate.
Charizard!
Articuno, murdered Blaine's Magmar, Drake's Electabuzz,
Let's go,
Pidgeot,
Charizard.
and Gary's Blastoise. Charizard has 18 wins and 7 losses,
Bruh.
but a few of those losses are Charizard refusing to battle,
True.
meaning his win rate could easily have been a lot higher. He is just all around the solid package, and one of the strongest Charizards in the anime, because there are a lot of Charizards that show up in Pokemon. Number 2 is any average Pokemon and anime enjoyer's favorite Pokemon, Greninja.
Yes.
Definitely Ash's coolest Pokemon by far. As for its win rate, it's a little lower than Charizard, sitting at 67%. However, its wins are very
Charizard.
good, beating Wolfric's Mega Abomasnow, Sawyer's Mega Sceptile, Alon's Bisharp, almost his Mega Charizard, but no. Greninja, before even mastering his final form, was close to beating champion Diantha's teleporting Mega Gardevoir. I feel like some people overlook that.
Oh, he
Charizard,
has.
though, Greninja has not defeated a single legendary. Yet I don't care, cause once in Ash Greninja form, it basically becomes as powerful as a legendary, and he did defeat that giant Zygarde statue thing, which is kind of a legendary, so I mean, I don't know. Plus, Greninja is definitely stronger than Lucario, since we see in Pokemon Journeys, Lucario can't even keep up with Greninja in a fight. Maybe it's biased, but I think Greninja deserves to be Ash's second strongest Pokemon. Now, for the number 1 place, give it up for Ash's Pikachu. The world champ, the one to take down multiple legendaries, including Brandon's Regice, Tobias' Latios, well, tied to his Latios, Gladion Silvally, and finally Tapu Koko. If for some reason Pikachu being number 1 doesn't make sense to you, he defeated Leon's Charizard, the best Pokemon owned by a trainer in the anime. Well, second best. I could talk about Pikachu's long list of other great defeats, but really, I'd just be wasting air at that point. He's the best, case closed. Here's the full tier list on screen that I made for this video to see where I think...
Yo, this is epic. This is a W tier list. Yo, W tier list. W tier list. Clap sound effect. Woo! 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 Bravo. Amazing. Fantastic. Wait, say that again. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, bro. Just, man. Just like if nobody was nerfed. Let's see this. I'm the best at what I do. Biggest streamer right here. Biggest tuber right here.
To your stubborn, annoying little planet, I'm gonna enjoy it. Very, very much. You know, Darkseid, you really make us aliens look bad. Last time we saw each other, Darkseid, you said you respected me. Well, I'm here right now asking for a fair fight. Me and you, 1-on-1. Go ahead then. Give me a headshot.
Damn.
Huh? How? You're a you. So, you know, Superman switched costumes to catch me off guard. Well, he was strong, but I guess that means you're the real human. You thought that was me? Disappointed.
Oh, look.
Martian Manhunter shapeshifted into me. And John is strong, but he's not as strong as... Well, I'll just show you. You think he'll be Superman too? It won't matter if he still has an army of parademons. You're right, I'm on it. Alright, done. What's next? Well, it looks like Wonder Woman's gonna take care of Darkseid's son, Caliban. So go help Aquaman defeat Steppenwolf. Cyborg, get him out of there! I got him. When the fuck did everybody on this team get so strong? And where the hell is my team? I wouldn't worry about that right now, because I'm next. Listen to me, boy. I couldn't even tell you how many lanterns I've slain in my past. That's how weak and insignificant you all are to me. So I'll give you a chance to walk away from this. But if you're so set on making your little green hammer and smacking me over the head with it, then go ahead and try. It won't work. I can create whatever I want with this ring. You expect me to make a hammer? That's what you always do, right? What, did you upgrade to a gun? No. My ring has been spewing tiny bombs since you've gotten here. Bombs smaller than the human eye can see. Of course, you're no ordinary human, though, so I had to slip up your nose while you were dealing with Suits. What? You got about 12 tiny bombs in your stomach right now, each one of them capable of blowing up a blue whale. What? What universe is this? When the hell did Green Lantern become a threat? This ring is one of the most powerful weapons in the universe, so the next time you see me join a fight, I suggest you fear Green Lantern's life. Well, unfortunately for him, it won't be a next time. I dismantled the teleportation machine you used to get here, so you're stuck on this annoying little planet. Oh, you mean to tell me I don't conveniently get away within an inch of my life so that I can come back again later? This don't make no sense. How did they get you?
Brainiac?
Ain't being smart supposed to be your whole thing? Darkseid, shut the fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. That's it. I go over to the most time for giving me this platform. Alright, so let's see what Kai is doing. See what my guy Kai is doing over here with this little Mafia-thon 3. Mafia-thon 3 is huge. It's kind of a bummer that's the last one, man. I want more Mafia-thons. But I kind of don't. Actually, I really don't, because other streamers gotta eat too. Other. Bam, bam. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Load. Come on. Yeah, it's not loading. Now it loads. Why'd you shout? Yo! Yo! I'm not watching that. Yo. Click out before. Okay. Nothing happened. Everything's normal. Everything's completely fine. We're good. I was gonna play some basketball. I don't want to leave, man. This is fun, you know. We're just having a good time. I was causing the skyrocket. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Put down your phone and embrace boredom. Facts. Yeah. Okay. Let's see why. You have less meaning and will be more depressed if you're never bored. Facts. Yeah. That's very true. Very true. Because whenever I'm bored, I'm gonna say this. You guys gotta hear this. Go and get this thing. You gotta hear this. But what is wrong with this thing? Anyways, I'm gonna say it right here. That boredom actually creates the like boredom is where like the big stuff happens. Boredom is where the biggest ideas happen. Like when you're bored, that's when you get the biggest ideas. That's when the real stuff comes. Like I was just bored in the beginning of this at the beginning of this whole stream here, but you know over time I got excited and like that's the thing. But people don't want to be bored. They want to be just I don't know. But you gotta be bored. I mean that's what creates the best moments, bro. But people just don't want to be bored, bro. And that's how you have fun. That's how you're able to have fun by yourself. That's how you're able to like just get the best. Have life is to you know. Ike's voice is in Smash Ultimate. Okay, I'm definitely gonna come back because I do not want to leave. We're gonna play a game next time I'm gonna come back today, maybe in a few hours.